before I send you off to build your prototypes, is I want to ask in the chat, right? What was useful about this worksheet for you? What would you change about the worksheet? What didn't you, what thoughts did you have as you were making a plan for not just this iteration, but going forward? So Tracy, can we explain the worksheet more? I can. Let me see what other questions we have, and that maybe will help me steer what to do. If it was fillable, it would help. Oh, Sean, gosh darn it, the original version is that you should have gotten a link to was a Word document that you could save and fill in. So you know what? Jonathan clicked save on the document. So the one that you have on the website should be, yes, Tyler, yes, you do need to enable editing if you downloaded it from the website. So, okay, Tricia says it's helpful in creating important steps along the way. Yeah, right? Kind of that plan for iteration. Doesn't mean I can't change my plan, but it is a plan for iteration. Awesome. Okay, so Samuel's got the Word document. You may need to click the button at the top, like when you download an Excel or a Microsoft file from the internet, it protects you from doing unsafe things. So you may need to click to enable editing. Awesome. A little bit on the data gathered. Okay, awesome. So we've got Tracy's question to please elaborate more, and Craig's question about the data gathered, and Tyler saying this helped me think about what I want to do at what level. Thank you so much. So the worksheet, right, allows you to think about multiple methods of how we could iterate, right? I could do it by just media, form factor. Do I start with markers and tape and then move up to PowerPoint and then go to Adobe XD or something, right? It could help me think, I'm first going to prototype in English, and then I'm going to localize to Mexico and test it there. And then I'm going to start, right, other populations, right? And I'm going to localize that way. So I can also do it by language or by audience group. Within each method of iterating, I'm then identifying what is my first, my simple, my basic, my first easy one, my next, and then my third, right? There's nothing magic about three iterations, right? Iterate until you don't need to anymore, right? But that's how that goes, right? So the data gathered, Craig, each time that I'm testing, I'm so glad you asked this question, by the way. Each time that I am testing the next MVP, right, I want to plan for what I am trying to learn from that prototype, right, and how I'm going to gather data, right, and how I'm going to, right, so if what I want to do is find out if my rules and my levels work, I need to make sure I'm testing that, and I need to know what data I'm gathering about that. If I'm simply looking at, do the avatars and the imagery resonate with this audience, then I need to ask that question, right? So what I'm designing for the ability to gather data, right? And at an early prototype, I may need to just be asking people or observing people, and that's how I'm gathering my data. Later on, and we're way past prototyping, right? Later on, I can be using XAPI to gather all sorts of really granular information, right? If there's a help button on the screen, did somebody click it? And if they clicked it, did it help them learn better, right? Or level up better, right? That's further on. So you're just planning for that data. Hope that helped. So now what we're going to do, everybody, and there is no Ben, you knew I was going to figure out a way to bring in XAPI, right? There is no document, no tool for this. You are on your own now. You're going to spend 20 minutes at your table, and you're going to start working. So what I recommend you do in your first 10, maybe 15 minutes of this time frame, okay, is work on making your prototype. I call this parallel play. You're all making your own prototype unless you're here with a partner and you're working together. Then share out at your tables camp counselors, I want you to be aware of what people are doing so you can nominate somebody to share out for the whole group later on. And campers, I want you to think about, do I want to share this with everybody? Let your camp counselor know. I would love to see a variety and a diversity of things that we demo out in the last 20 to 30 minutes of this session. 20 minutes of this session. Okay. All right. I will be available in the general chat if anybody has questions. You have until 10 after the hour to actually make a prototype. So I can't wait to see what you all come up with. Jonathan, can we send them out to their campfires?